And we welcome you to Heritage Christian High School. It's the championship game of the City Alliance Volleyball Tournament. Tonight, the final two teams will battle. It's the Fighting Irish of Cathedral at 17-10, and Cecina coming to this one. The Crusaders, after a win last night, improving the record to 22-6. I'm Slappy White along with Hannah Corey. Great to have you with us here this evening. And Hannah, here we go, championship. What's wrong?
Slappy White, huh? Wow.
What? I don't know what's so funny about that.
We'll continue. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. A great matchup is scheduled here tonight as we get ready for this championship game. Both teams picking up wins last night.
Yes, both teams played very well last night. Cathedral with a dominant win. They looked very, very solid. They're a good team. Their chemistry and their ability to just play together is very, very impressive. And then you have Cecina on the other side, who kind of had a slow start against Cathedral, but were able to come back and find a way to win.
Let's talk about Cecina first off, and they got really two excellent performances from Molly Wellborn and Olivia Engelmeyer. They're going to have to be big tonight. They're both outside hitters, and that's where the majority of their offense came from. Absolutely.
Outside hitter is one of the most important positions, as when a play is out of system or there's a broken play, 9 times out of 10, that's where the ball is going to go. So you want two studs on that side, and Cecina has that in Molly Wellborn and Olivia Engelmeyer. Wellborn had 16 kills last night, which is very, very impressive. She kind of had a slow start, but was able to still put up great numbers. And then you have Olivia Engelmeyer, who had 13 kills, hitting .270, which is very, very impressive for, I believe she's a sophomore.
Well, the one area that you're going to look at tonight is if Wellborn and Engelmeyer find themselves covered quickly by double blockers, they're going to have to find some other offense. What will Cecina do to counter that, just in case that's what Cathedral does?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at the team of Cecina, those two names stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And for Cathedral, who's a very disciplined team, they are going to be all over those two players. So for Cecina, making sure you're giving your outsides different opportunities to look at the net, to open up that shot selection. You saw them run what I like to call a tandem play, where they bring their outside around into the middle. I would love to see them utilize that a ton this match, so Molly Wellborn can get up and have different shot selections and keep Cathedral on their toes in terms of block.
You talk about that tandem or the X, whatever you want to call it. They ran it, I think, twice last night and scored both times. So I would think if Cathedral saw that, they might be preparing for that as well.
A little bit, yes. Definitely something to note. If I'm Cathedral, though, I'm going to stay disciplined with my block until I get beat there, and then I'm going to make that adjustment.
All right, on the other side, Cathedral last night beat Heron 3-0. Really didn't have much of an issue. Maybe the last set, I think it was 7-6 Heron at that point, but then Cathedral just rattled off point after point after point because they have so many great players up front. They made it look easy.
They did, and they're a very, very solid team. You look at them, and there's not a whole lot of weaknesses, as you could say. And all around, they have a very, very balanced attack. You have Avery Lewis, who had, take this with a grain of salt on our stats.
Okay.
But 10 kills last night. Then you had Caroline Hanchar, who had 10 kills. Riley Plunkett, 11 kills. So that just kind of shows you how well their two setters split and balance their offense to keep opponents guessing. And that's exactly what you want, and that makes for a very, very difficult scouting report for opponents.
Are you saying the stats weren't quite correct since I was the one keeping stats?
I just want to, maybe.
Okay, all right. By the way, Riley Plunkett, I thought, was the biggest key last night because she played off that left side, and they couldn't stop her. There was no answers.
No, and both of their outsides, one thing I noticed is they're not super flashy, but they're very consistent. Yeah. And they're a very good go-to player. You have Avery Lewis, who will run on the middle or the right side. I noticed last night she had 2 rotations in the middle, 1 on the right side. So very, very impressive by her to be able to do that. It's very hard to go from position to position, especially from a middle to a right side. But their outsides do a great job of, in those heat of the moments when they need a point, getting that point and creating chaos for the other team.
And by the way, you mentioned the setting and how they can move you back and forth all night long. But before the set happens, their passing was excellent last night.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to credit Annabelle Hogan back there. She is a great libero. If I am Cecina, I don't go anywhere near her on serves or when I'm attacking.
No.
She is a great libero, and she will set up her team to be in great positions to score.
I know you're going to give us keys to this one, but first thing that came to my mind after these two teams won last night was how is Cecina going to stop that three-headed monster for Cathedral defensively? What is going to be the key for them to try to maneuver well enough in the rotations and make sure that they're in position when you have those three big attackers?
I think first and foremost, making sure you are coming ready to play.
Yeah.
I think we saw last night them kind of come in maybe thinking, oh, this will be a easier win for us, and then they ended up losing that first set pretty easily against Cathedral, not
right.
Cathedral, Chittard. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, just coming out with a lot of fire. I've heard and I've seen that this team can play very, very well. Would love to see them come out hot and just we've got nothing to lose. I would say they're typically probably the underdogs in this situation.
Yeah.
And when you have that can go a long way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Cathedral looking for their 18th win of the season. They've won 7 straight. If they win it tonight, they will be champions again of the City Alliance tournament. For Cecina, they have now won 7 of their last 8. They're now 22-6 overall, and they'll need big performances tonight from their key players, Molly Wellborn and Olivia Engelmeyer, as we mentioned just a few moments ago. We will take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get this one underway here at Heritage Christian High School on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Keys.
Back once again here at Heritage Christian High School. National anthem in the books. The introductions will be taking place next, and we want to always thank our sponsors for being a part of high school volleyball here on IndianaSRN. They include Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer and has been since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. McGinley Wrights Financial, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Labor's District Council, The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updated news from coast to coast. Just log on to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. There you see the Fighting Irish of Cathedral getting ready to, they hope, win their 18th game of the season, but more importantly, win a championship. And we're, maybe one match away now, and sectionals begin, so you want to be playing your best volleyball right now.
Absolutely. This is the point of the season where you want to just be tweaking. You don't want to be still figuring out your offensive systems, your defensive systems. You want to be set in your rotations, in your plays, and this is just when you're just tweaking super small things to make your team better.
All right, let's cut it down. Let's talk about Cecina. What are the keys for them to get a win tonight?
First and foremost, having a disciplined block. They have got to communicate, especially with Cathedral having so many offensive weapons. They have to talk to each other on the block and tell each other what hitters are available based upon this set. That's going to be a huge key for them, making sure that they have a disciplined block. Also, making sure you're getting Wellborn going early. You want to get her off to a hot start, and how do you do that? You have to establish your middle. Cathedral knows Wellborn is going to take a lot of swings. They have to establish that middle blocker if they want to get her some good looks.
All right, on the other side, the Fighting Irish, again, who are playing well with 7 wins in a row.
First, yeah. Cathedral's a great team, like I've said. I think playing your game and dictating the pace. When Cathedral is in control of the match, they are very, very difficult to stop and be able to shut down. So for them, getting off to a hot start, making sure they are spreading that offense out like they consistently do is going to be huge for them. Along with that, making sure you're shutting down Wellborn and knowing where she's at all times.
All right, here we go. It'll be Cecina opening things up. McCoy with the serve, and we have our first service error. They had 10 last night, a team that was averaging at about 92.2%, so they got to get that thing reeled in.
Absolutely. I think service pressure is going to be a huge key also for Cecina, so it'll be interesting to see how their service errors play out.
Caroline Hanchar on the serve, Cecina on the attack. That is Wellborn. Didn't hit it really well, but just enough to get the kill.
Yeah, smart play there by her. She knew she had 2 blockers up in front of her. That donut kind of spot, that deeper donut, as I guess we can call it, for Cathedral, tends to be open. So good recognition by her.
Martinelli will serve now, tied at 1 here in the first set. Cathedral sets it to the right side, down the line, and the big swing. That's going to be Ava Sconning, who, by the way, I only had her for 1 kill last night. She equals that already.
Yeah, good swing.
Well, you hate to, if you're Cecina, have other players get into the mix as well, because, again, we talked about the 3-headed monster that Cathedral has.
Yes.
Mansager on the serve. Wellborn once again to the outside left. Big time swing by Plunkett, and will it be saved? It will. Great effort there by Cecina. Plunkett again. Wellborn. And that's going to fall in, and Wellborn gets her second of the night.
Yeah, great start for Cecina. They're playing already a lot more awake.
Yeah.
They're very aware, they're talking to each other, and they're playing very disciplined, something very good to see if you're Cecina.
Side out for the Crusaders. On the serve is Ainsley Brown, and Brown makes it a 3-2 contest.
And that's a rare service error there for Hoban. She is typically dimes those passes, so we'll see how she corrects it here. I'm sure she will.
Well, I'm sure there's a little bit of nerves early on by both these teams. Short set to the middle, and big time swing again, and that'll be Chloe Moss. Had her for 4 last night. Gets 1 already here tonight.
She elevates so high, and her timing with her setter is near perfect. She just dishes it right to her. Right here you can see. Beautiful set, great finish.
I love that short set.
Oh, it's so fun. When it's done well, it is so hard to stop.
4-3 Cecina after that most recent point given up by Cathedral. Side out, Wellborn on the serve. Be a free ball availability here for Cecina. Outside right, nothing there. The back set, Plunkett on the run and put that one down. Plunkett gets one.
Great job by her. You can see her get a set from her middle way inside of the net, and she uses great footwork to get herself in a position to score. Great job.
So now Plunkett will be serving. She checks the coach to see what zone they will attack on the serve. Tied at 4. Down the line, and guess who? Engelmeyer with her first of the night.
Yeah, that was a great swing. Saw the block up in front of her, just went right down the line.
Engelmeyer's not very big either, so she does get up, doesn't she?
She does, and it's very impressive when you have undersized hitters. Typically, they are a lot smarter, and they know exactly where to place the ball.
That'll be the second service error as Michaela Gary unable to get the point here, and you see Chloe Moss coming out of the lineup there for Cathedral.
I think
Tied
she was
at 5.
talking about that set she gave to the outside there to her coach.
Hoban will serve now for the Fighting Irish. And that'll be their first of the night. They had 7 last night. Zamaya Slack played well last night. Talked about her ability to give them a spark on offense. Leah Guilfoy will serve. She had 3 aces in the win in the semifinals. To the outside. Big time cross-court attack, and the point. That's number 13, which is Caroline Hanchar, gets her first of the night.
A great start for Cathedral. They already have multiple players with kills. Great swing there. You can see her finish all the way through her body. That's exactly what you want.
Stubbs is in. Stubbs will be serving. Tied at 6. Close one early here. Good block up front. To the outside, and the cross court just inside the line by Engelmeyer.
Good swing there. I like Cecina already getting their middles going. Even though she was blocked, it's going to keep Cathedral on their toes, knowing Cecina will use that.
Avery McCoy will serve. She had 73 aces coming into last night's matchup, and guess what? She's got another one.
It's a good serve. And service pressure is going to be huge for Cecina. By creating service pressure, it's going to make Cathedral's offense very one-dimensional, being able to give Cecina a better chance to get a double block up.
8-6 and make it 9-6. 3-point lead already for what would be considered the underdogs in this one, and Cecina playing well early.
Yes, and this is exactly what you want if you're Cecina. Creating pressure with the serve and just playing with that underdog mentality is exactly what you want.
See if they can continue to build on the lead. Fighting Irish back on the attack, and they keep it alive thanks to Hanchar, who was the initial person who went on the swing and able to keep it alive off the block. Back to the outside, Wellburn. And switching sides, and the block and the point.
Great.
That was Hanchar again.
Yeah, good job by Cecina to stay in the play. You can see them trying to run Wellborn on that tandem play. Setter got a little confused, but she was able to save it. Great job by them. You can see nice press over the net there. Great effort. Way to stay in it for Cecina.
Ainsley Brown, as you saw in the replay, number 20, gets the block. +4 now for Cecina. See how Cathedral hands this as they'll go backside, and once again Hanchar. Fighting Irish to the outside, and a big-time swing, and that again will be Hanchar, who went from the right side quickly to the left side.
Yeah, it's in the rotation they're in right now. Her spot she has to stay in is on the right side, so she'll swing for one on the right side, and then she'll go to her base, which is the outside.
Side out Hanchar, -3 first set. Good floater there. Let's see how Cecina handles it. That ball pushed a little bit too close to the net for Wellborn, and on the return, that's going to be long, and Cecina thought it was touched.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm being honest, when you swing and you know it's out, it's kind of instinctive to call for a touch. hoping maybe you can convince somebody.
Hanchar on the serve, lead down to 2. Wellborn to the outside, pushed it down the line, just inches inside where Hanchar couldn't get to it.
I love that play. She knew she had that big double block up in front of her, redirected it way down the line. Great heads-up play by Wellborn.
Lead is back to 3, now make it 2. That'll be the third service error on the Crusaders. Ava Sconning coming out of the lineup. That'll bring in Mansager. Hayden last night had 3 aces. Cecina will make their return. Back set and the kill. There is Avery Lewis. First time we've talked about her tonight.
She is so impressive. She will hit in the middle for a rotation, and then she'll go to the right side. And those two positions are so different. So for her to be able to do that as a player is very impressive.
Lead down to 1. Cecina, Wellborn once again. And what do we have here?
Looked like a net violation on Cathedral.
So that'll be the first net violation we have had. The Tuna.
Oh my gosh.
Back to 2-point lead. These are all the terms that are in the volleyball glossary.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't lie to you.
I might have to get some proof on that.
How about that one? That one just clips the net, and Ainsley Brown.
She's doing a good job early getting her hitters in great spots to score. They're a 5-1 setter, so she's set her all the way around the court. She's done a great job so far.
Well, Cecina so far able to withstand any runs put together by the Fighting Irish. The back set to the right, and that's a little bit too wide as Amaya Slack unable to keep it between the lines. But now are they saying it was touched?
Not sure. Look. Oh.
Wow.
Looks like they did call Cathedral potentially on a touch. So that'll be a kill for her.
Wow. Lead back to 4. A lot of confusion right there on whether it was touched or not. No argument, as that'll be the 4th service error now on Cecina.
A lot of service errors for Cecina early on.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. They're the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in the state of Indiana. As you see the 2nd service error on Cathedral. Nothing runs like a deer. Give them a call at 317-849-0810. And Engelmeyer back in. You know, it's interesting about Cecina. As poorly as we thought they played last night at times, they just look completely different. You take away some of the mistakes they've made, and like that one there on the short hit by Slack, they are playing with one of the better teams in the state of Indiana right here and leading by 3.
Yes, and sometimes you just have those matches where you just don't play like yourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they've bounced back the way they have.
The overpass and able to keep it alive. Engelmeyer got blocked up front. Engelmeyer on the run and the sweep. Fighting Irish quickly back the other way. Not a great set. Engelmeyer. Back to the outside again. The big swing there by Hanchar. Free ball deep. Once again, a good swing by Hanchar. Short set. That open middle, but able to get to it was Engelmeyer. And that's a big-time swing that I thought might have been out, but the kill's going to go to Hanchar.
Yeah, great rally there. Cecina staying in it, just couldn't quite finish the point. Cathedral did a great job staying on their toes, mixing up that offense, and ultimately got the point.
Here's Plunkett. Excellent serve. Cathedral, the back set and the slide and the point. That'll go to Chloe Moss.
Great swing there. I loved that play. Being able to pull her middle on what's called a slide is great job there. You can see her just get up and rip the ball.
Now we're going to look at this at a 15-14 contest where maybe Cecina could have extended that lead a little bit, and now it's back down to 1. Now it is tied.
Yeah. Cecina giving away some errors on some service errors, and then also just hitting into the net, kind of coming back to bite them.
Well, and that's when you look at games like this, Hannah, where you get ahead, you got to put the gas to the pedal here and put them away.
Absolutely.
Don't give them a second chance, and right now Cathedral's getting a second chance. Engelmeyer, and that'll be blocked out of bounds, and Engelmeyer able to get the point.
Good job early on for Cecina getting their outsides going. They both each have about 3 kills now, so way to use them.
Lead back to 1 now for Cecina. See what the Fighting Irish will do here. Well, I tell you what, that's almost like stealing for Chloe Moss. That short set, and you kind of tell she loves it.
Oh, absolutely. And when you give Cathedral a serve that they dime, they will go to their middles, no doubt about it.
Wow. And you look at the other side there as Ainsley Brown, and nothing she could do. Great shot right there by our camera crew. Tied at 16. And that's going to go down thanks to Zamaya Slack.
I would love to see Cecina use her a little bit more when she comes back into rotation next time. She's a player that can score very well. Would love to see them use her some more so they can get Wellborn and Engelmeyer on some more attempts. But great swing by her.
Yeah, and she got that through a double block as well. Back to the outside, and that'll go out of play thanks to Caroline Hanchar. Tied at 17. Stubbs will come in. Maybe if you're a Cathedral fan, you kind of like this because it's going to keep you awake for the second set, depending on what happens, right?
Yes.
Don't want to get too comfortable. And that's going to go against Cecina. The double hit cost them there. And for the first time in quite some time, Cathedral has the lead.
Yeah, Cathedral will not go away. They're a team that will slowly creep back into a match.
Once again, Stubbs on the serve. Bad angle there for Engelmeyer, but managed to get it across. Engelmeyer again, and 2 wide, and now the lead is at 2 at 19-17.
Yeah, timeout here too.
We'll take a timeout as well. Cathedral leads it by 2.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community they serve. They can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate. Give them a call at 317-472-7600. First set, Cathedral trying to go up 1-0. They'd rallied back here to take a 2-point lead to the outside left, once again by Engelmeyer. A lot of contact on the net in the middle by Lewis, and somehow that one falls in.
Good awareness there by Engelmeyer. And this is good of Cecina. Wellborn just rotated into the front row. Look for them to go to her a ton. But great awareness by Engelmeyer to just tip it right over the net.
And that'll be another service error. That is now 5 tonight, 15 in the last 2 games. And you'll see Plunkett come back in, and we know how she can play on that left side.
Yes. So, Cathedral's in a good position right now.
And we're in the red zone. Hanchar will serve. Cecina to Wellborn. Back to the outside. Cross-court attack. The overpass. Good play at the net both ways. Let's see if they'll go back to Wellborn, and they do, and it's just inside the line.
It's a great shot there. Thumb down shot, get it around the block, get a good look at her there. She's locked in.
If I have her, if I'm not mistaken, her 4th kill.
Yep, that's what I have.
Side out. Now down by 1. Here come the Fighting Irish. Short set, and drilling it is Avery Lewis.
Can't serve the libero. That's what's going to happen.
So they served to the wrong zone is what you're telling me.
Personally, when I have a libero back there like Hoban, I am not serving her because of that.
Got a good look at it right there thanks to our excellent crew giving us the replay. Plunkett between 2 defenders gets another one.
Great swing.
And now the lead is at 3, and we are at crunch time here for the Fighting Irish.
Yes, no errors.
Scotting on the serve, and that'll be the 3rd.
Clean volleyball here on out for both teams.
Slack back in. This is a left-handed serve as Ainsley Brown puts it in play. Plunkett once again, and it's going to be blocked wide, and there is some confusion there with Cecina. I think they thought that ball was in, right?
I think so, yeah. It was Plunkett, correct?
Yep. Side out, Avery Lewis, and we've got another timeout. Cathedral leads it by 3.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software and then move on. We're here to manage that whole life cycle of not only helping you procure the licensing, but then how do you manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization, so we definitely work as a team from a sales, marketing, and delivery organization, along with our partner ecosystem to help deliver best-of-breed solutions for our partners and customers.
Partners that sell IBM licensing a lot of times are very transactional oriented, and we're here to build relationships with customers, which I think is unique.
Back once again here at Heritage Christian. After the timeout, it's a 3-point lead. And how about that? The short serve, and it really fooled Cecina right there.
Yeah. Good heads-up play there by Lewis to drop it short.
So it is set point now. Good judgment there by Mia Stubbs. Wellborn got it blocked right back thanks to Riley Plunkett.
Yeah, that was a great block. Everybody, I think, in the gym knew where that ball was going to go on set point.
So Plunkett finishes it out. First set goes to the Irish. They win it 25-20.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services, serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374, where they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do the job right the first time. You have a couple of numbers you'd like to share in the first set.
Yes, I have Riley Plunkett, 3 kills. Only you say, you look at 3 kills and you go, that's not that many, but she greatly impacted the team. She got that block on Wellborn there to end the set. She's played very, very well. Caroline Hancher on the other end, 4 kills. Chloe Moss, 3. And then we've got over on Cecina, Molly Wellborn already has 4 kills, as does Engelmeyer. Love to see them up that a little bit and get Zamaya Slack a little bit more involved too.
All right, here we go. Second set, side out. Hanchar will serve for the Fighting Irish. See what Cecina has in store as a cross-court attack once again by Engelmeyer. She generally plays on that left side, and as we said, she's not very big, but she has an excellent swing.
She does, and her shot selection is very good for her size.
Avery McCoy, a couple of aces here tonight. Early lead for Cecina here in the second set. And as we've often talked about, Hannah, this second set is so vital. You just don't want to fall down 2-0.
No, absolutely not, especially if that team is Cathedral.
Free ball back to the middle, and there was the X that we saw this time, the block on the outside, and give this one to Miller, I do believe, number 5.
And I think she was up there.
Now, we've seen that play 3 times by Cecina, and it almost worked again. There's number 6. Talk a little bit about why that is so effective when you run the X.
Well, when you do that, you're overloading the middle, and you're creating a lot of pressure for that middle blocker to have to guess on where the set is going to go, whether you bite on the middle or on the outside. And it's a very hard play to execute, but when done well, it's very, very effective because it makes blockers have to choose a person to block.
That's going to be wide. Chloe Moss looking for the kill, but misses. 3-1 Cecina. Well, it's worked, and we saw it twice last night, and you could kind of tell the opposing team is kind of like they haven't seen that very much. So a lot of high school teams don't run it.
No, and I think they should because it's very effective when done well.
Cathedral back on the attack to the outside left, and the point, thanks once again to number 1, Riley Plunkett.
Yeah, she is a very calm outside, which is what you want from that position, being that they take so many swings and carry such a heavy load for teams.
Avery Lewis on the serve. Wellborn, the campfire was completely open right there, and she recognized it immediately.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Cathedral's defense tends to have that spot open as they are shifting their defense in a rotational form when the outside is swinging. That shot is going to be open a lot. Great awareness for Wellborn to go there.
That's Brown on the serve. Fighting Irish will have to return it, so a free ball available, and yet it's a point, and somebody didn't get back in time.
Wow, and that is a DS there, getting that swing.
By the way, you're going to have to help me who number 12 is. I don't have her on my roster.
I don't either, but that is exactly where you are trained to go when you are sending an overkill, a ball like that.
Wow. 4-3, Cecina, and that's down the line. It was touched, and the point will go to Wellborn.
Yeah, I am very, very impressed with her. She's very, very calm. Her demeanor on the court is very contagious as she just is cool, calm, collected, and is able to get her teams in such good opportunities to score.
5-3 your score. This one mirroring a lot of what happened in the first set. And this time the outside kill by Hanchar.
And Cecina's block is doing a nice job getting good touches. They just have to be a little bit more disciplined on that press over so they can get it to fall back on Cathedral's side rather than their own.
Side at Hoban. Lead down to 1. Ball touched at the net. This will give Cathedral a chance to go back on the attack, and there she is again. Hanchar, 2 straight.
Yeah. Both of Cathedral's outsides are doing a great job terminating the ball.
So you get another look at it right there, and you see the elevation by Caroline Hanchar.
Great line shot.
So Hoban again on the serve. We're tied at 5. The overpass, look out. You don't want to do that. Sconning will get the kill.
Yeah, not something you want to do when Cathedral is on the other side of the net.
So when you're standing there at the net and that ball's coming back at you like this, do your eyes get really big?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle, you typically get the most overpasses there, and it's a heyday when you get so excited.
6-5 Cathedral. How about that swing again by Engelmeyer?
And that worked because they gave her a different look. It wasn't a true 4 set. They brought her in on what's called like a 32-33 set, which is just a few feet in from the outside pin. You can see her there swinging inside the net. Gave her a different look and a different opportunity to score. Cecina's got to do a lot more of that.
Where she wasn't completely to the outside,
correct.
Right? Tied at 6. Hanchar again. It'll be blocked off the antenna. That'll be a point again. And right now, Caroline Hanchar is playing extremely well.
She is. Already 3 kills early on in the set.
I go back to the overpass. Kind of reminds you, and anybody thinks of what would be another sport if you're a baseball player and you see a fastball right down the middle of the plate. And
sort of, or maybe like a player going up and just a slam dunk wide open.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Great dig right there to get it back into play, and there's Avery Lewis in the middle.
Wow. Credit their setter. I believe that was Stubbs. Yep. Great awareness, just got up right there and fed Lewis. Also, credit Lewis for being able to be up that fast. That was a great play.
I don't have any more comments.
Butter.
Stubbs. Now a 2-point lead for the Fighting Irish. Make it 3.
Yeah. That play right there will give you some momentum, no doubt.
Yeah. Really, Cecina, when you think about it, other than the 6 service errors, they have actually played very well. And if you're looking at the play that you see right there from Engelmeyer, and they go back to the middle.
Yeah.
My point being is they played about as well as they can, and they're still down by 3. Back set. On the swing is Sconning. Lewis will keep that one alive. Set to the outside, and Hanchar again, and somehow it will go into the net. I thought they were going to save it.
Yeah, that play's got to go back over the net. Your team's hustling as hard as they can to keep that play alive. You can see Wellborn just sticking a hand out, just mistimed it, sending the free ball back over.
There is Stubbs, who had an ace moments ago. Lead at 4 now here in the second set. I'm going to ask you something here in a moment. Short set, Lewis, the overpass. Back to the outside, and the big-time swing, Hanchar again. Now, on the serve, I saw her step on the line.
Yes, I
Is
saw
that a violation?
It is. I saw that as well.
That's what I thought. Who's not paying attention?
Looks like that down ref, or the line judge down there. It's typically a call that line judge will make.
All right, just wanted to make sure. +5. Once again to the outside left by Engelmeyer. Hanchar again, and gets another one. And the 2 players fall over each other. Really didn't have any choice there trying to get to it. Was Miller.
Yeah.
Lead at 6. We got a timeout on the floor. Cathedral up 12-6.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Back once again here at Heritage Christian, 12-6 lead. Cathedral with Stubbs serving once again, trying to extend the lead here in the second set. Campfire wasn't open that time. The push down the line and the point, and that'll be Sconning.
Cecina's got to communicate on that. You can see Wellborn was right there. That libero just got a little overzealous and just wanted to take it for herself.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience as a prestige healthcare company. Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Give them a call at 317-537-1811. Fourth service error by Cathedral. Guilfoyle back in now for the Crusaders, down by 6.
Got to have a good run here.
Fighting Irish to the outside again, and Lewis got blocked up front. You either had number 5, which is Miller, or number 20, Ainsley Brown.
It looked like she might have actually hit the net there.
See what it does here.
Yeah.
Yep. So neither one of them will get credit for the block. Back to the outside. That's going to be blocked wide. Hanchar once again coming up big.
Yeah, 5 kills already in the second set. 9 total.
Side
unofficially.
Out. Unofficially, that's right. Hanchar back to serve. Lead at 6 once again. To the middle. Well, that was a heck of a hit right there by Mackenzie Land, who has checked in now for the Fighting Irish. To the middle. Lewis, and it's going to be saved eventually. Yes, great play there by Cecina. A little bit too high on the set there. One of the few attacking errors you'll see is Mackenzie Land, the senior.
Yeah. And right now, Cecina's got to get some momentum going. These points that they're getting are on Cathedral's errors. They have to kind of find their rhythm again and to get themselves back in this match.
14-9 your score. Well, that one barely creeping over the net somehow, and then rebounding quickly to get the point. Molly Wellborn.
Yeah. Again, there you see Cathedral kind of making some unforced errors. You can just see it barely kind of trickle over the net. Cecina got lucky on that play, but they've got to kind of dig deep here. They're getting some momentum going. Got to keep it on their side.
How about Lewis to keep that one alive? Another big swing on the outside by Land. Wellborn back the other way, and that's going to be touched, and the point Wellborn.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you need for Cecina. You can see that block doing a little bit better of a job kind of deflecting the ball rather than just having it tool off of them.
Get a look at it right there, and Cecina not going away. They're only down by 3 here in the second set. See what the Irish have in store. Short set intended for Lewis, and somehow between Stubbs and Lewis, couldn't get it to work that time.
Yeah. One thing to note, though, for Cecina to be aware of is when Cathedral gets a perfect pass out of serve receive, 90% of the time they've gone to their middles. They've got to be aware of that so they can get that double block up on them.
Back to the outside, just a kind of a weird spin on that one for Mackenzie Land, but she'll get the kill.
Yeah.
Back in the lineup is Chloe Moss, and side out Mansager.
Yeah, you can just see her roll shot that ball, purposely kind of taking some speed off of it, hoping to get it to drop.
Got a whistle here, and it might be a double hit against Cecina.
Looks like it.
16-12. Well, it seems like every time that Cecina starts to either get closer or make a great play, Cathedral's able to come right back. Still with a 4-point lead. That's Wellborn on the outside, quickly back the other way. There's a lot of heat on that one from Land, and then hit wide on the return and another attack air, and they're down by 5.
Mm-hmm. And Land looks like was just rotated in, I believe. I don't think she played that first set, but she's doing a nice job.
Yeah, I didn't see her at all in the first set. She did play last night, ended up with a kill. Wellborn had a great run on it, but the pass might a little bit too much toward the net again and might have thrown off her timing.
Yeah, it looked like Lewis there shut her down a bit. Oh, yeah. Straight down block.
Lead at 6. Second set. Wellborn again, right to the middle and got the point.
Yeah, that spot's been pretty consistently open for Wellborn. I would love to see her continue to mix it up, but that spot has been working for her. So I always say, if it keeps working, don't change it up.
Well, they're down by 5. Side out here for Martinelli. Fighting Irish back to the outside. Land again, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Boy, how'd you like to add Mackenzie Land to the other big hitters you have, and now you're thinking, I've got to stop all 4 of them somehow.
Yeah, it's very tough when you have so many weapons to choose from to try to block. You can tell that the middles for Cecina are just having to kind of guess where to go, which is creating very good opportunities for Cathedral.
Avery Lewis will get him into the red zone, and we've got a timeout. Cathedral leads it by 7.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Give them a call at 317-396-1023. Mentioning we're in the red zone now for Cathedral. They lead it by 7. Wellborn gets blocked there by Land. And Land coming back took something off that one. And nobody there for Cecina.
That's tough. And that's a mistake you don't want to make. It's one that could potentially cause more damage.
The husband and wife play.
Goodness.
The miscommunication. You'll learn one day when you get married. Fighting Irish. Will they make the return? They will. Lead at 8 now in the second set. How about that touch? Down the line, Jocelyn Gary. Haven't heard her name tonight.
No. They've got to establish their middles. I said it pregame. If Cecina wants a fighting chance, they have to at least establish them. Even if they're going to get blocked or even if they don't score, it's going to create an opportunity down the road.
Oh, how about that quick push? Smart play there by Alexa Green, who's checked in. Down the line and kept alive. And there is the other side, right in the middle of 2 defenders.
Yeah. Good heads-up play by Wellborn.
Lead now at 6. Side out again for Ainsley Brown. And another one. There is number 7. We mentioned last night they had 10 in their win.
Yeah, service errors You want to be aggressive, especially against a team like Cathedral, but when they're lollipopping kind of far out, that's when it's kind of tough.
Riley Plunkett will serve. Oh, almost kept alive there by Alexa Green. (22-16) your score. Side out Cecina. We're seeing a few new faces in the lineup for Cathedral. As you see a play at the net. And how about that? Was it touched? That's the question. It looked like it was.
Great swing by Slack. Again, I'd love to see Cecina use her more. She's a good player who can get up and rip a ball. Right there, you can see her go cross court. Plunkett barely touched it.
22-17 your score. Free ball now for Cecina. From behind the attack line, that's Plunkett. Been kind of quiet lately. Slack gets blocked, and coming over to get it, number 13, Hanchar.
Yeah, great close, too, by Chloe Moss.
You know, I got to mention something. Every time we see a close play on the lines, I know Wimbledon has decided to get rid of judges on the lines. They're going to use everything electronic.
Yes.
So when are they going to start doing that in volleyball?
Why don't you ask Keith?
I think we should. I know that's an expense that they probably can't afford, but it would be interesting to see how that works.
Ooh.
There she is again, Engelmeyer.
That's a great swing. Again, they gave her a different look. That's why that worked. When you're consistently just going a 4-set, which is a high ball to the outside all the way to the pin that you typically see most outsides hitting on, there you can see her on that 32 set. Gives her a different look, gets the blockers for the Cathedral guessing.
And I tell you, they've had success, Cecina, all night long. And we've got a double hit against Cathedral, and the lead down to 4.
Rare setting there for Green. Usually she's very clean, but.
Well, we've seen again some new faces in here for Cathedral that we did not see a whole lot last night. So they're using different combinations. Back to the outside, and I'll tell you what, tonight it's Hanchar.
Oh, yeah, she is lighting it up.
24-19.
She's only a sophomore. Very calm for a sophomore.
And they don't have a ton of seniors. 1, 2, 3. They have 4, and one of those is Plunkett.
Yeah.
But everybody else will be back.
It's a good thing to have for your Cathedral.
Stubbs, set point. Trying to go up 2-0. Hanchar again had the big swing. That one blocked up front as Engelmeyer will make the return and over the top and gets the point.
I'm very impressed with her. She's a little fiery player, and you can say she's pretty tiny.
Yeah,
but
not very
she
big.
Gets up there, and she is able to put some shots down.
Side out Cecina, still set point. Need a good run here toward the end, and that's going to be number 8 for Cecina, and they fall 25-20.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Give them a call at 317-328-2555. Also want to thank our good friends at Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as the authorities on the field and the court. Do your part and practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we will not play. All right, Hannah, 2-0. Cathedral with the lead. I think we saw Cecina maybe play as well as they could other than the 8 service errors they had. They kind of looked a little bit like they did last night in that second set at times, but now they have to win this one.
Yes, Cecina has got to find a way to limit their own errors when it comes to serving and just overall play with a mentality of, hey, at this point we absolutely have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And getting going early and just having fun with it. You can kind of see some tension with them, and which can be a downfall to some teams.
Lewis on the return, back to the middle, Wellborn. Sent back, Wellborn quickly comes back near side and gets the kill.
Good job by her.
Secrets by Hannah.
Oh boy.
Coming up. You got one for us?
We'll see.
You got to have a secret. That's what the feature's all about.
Oh gosh.
Cathedral. A little miscommunication there. Good job there by Stubbs. And the return. Good play at the net both ways. Back to the outside, Wellborn. Over the top, and that'll be Sconning getting the kill. As you know, it's a regular feature here on Volleyball Games. It's called Secrets with Hannah. So what secret do you have?
It's regular now, huh?
Yes, I know your nails are now white tonight.
They're white, yes.
Who did those?
I don't know their name. It was over at ABC Nails over on
ABC Nails.
ABC Nails.
Very good. Yeah, they're not a sponsor, so you can't mention their name. Tied at 1, so we're going to get the secret here in a minute. Hey, how about that swing by Plunkett? We haven't talked about her in a while.
No, she was pretty quiet in that second set.
So what's your secret today that people need to know? What do we need to
know
about?
Secret?
What do we need to know about Hannah tonight that nobody knows?
Oh goodness, you gotta let me think for
all
a
right,
second.
You got a couple of points to think about it. We don't put any pressure on you at all. Hanchar on the serve, 2-1 Cathedral. Free ball now for the Fighting Irish. Short set to the middle. That's awful hard to stop when you give Avery Lewis a head start.
Yes, she is. You can see her there just full speed ahead, running her approach exactly how it's designed to, and just get up and swing.
Boy, you had the double block there, but there was nothing that could be done by Wellborn. Oh, my, look out. That'll put Wilson on your forehead. 3-1 your score. Plunkett back to the outside again, and that's going to be long. Point Cecina. You ever had anybody hit you hard enough that it knocked you back or put?
Yes, actually. No. Okay, well, one of my good friends who plays, he's like 6'3", and he plays for like a semi-professional team. He nailed me in the face once, and it was hysterical. I started laughing.
Really?
Yeah, but right, just like full face.
So you laugh at pain then?
Well, it's happened so many times, and I'm so just not used to it. But I get, it's just, yeah.
Tied at 3. Plunkett back to the outside. Wellborn once again, but gets blocked up front. That's going to be Avery Lewis.
Avery Lewis already starting to kind of take over this third set. You can see her there get that block. She had a great save earlier in the play. Yeah. Oh, that's a great.
Did your eyes water
block
when you got hit in the face?
They watered.
Yeah. But did you have any tattoo on the forehead?
No.
No. 4-3 Cathedral. Boy, that was pushed to the outside. It was not a good set at all. And Cecina thought that ball was touched.
I thought it was too, off of Cathedral.
But
Refs thought otherwise.
All right, next point. We have Secrets by Hannah, so get ready. Fighting Irish back on the attack once again. The back set and the point. There's Avery Lewis again. All right, what's the secret today?
Okay. Let me think.
We know you hate baseball. You already told us that.
I do not like baseball.
Which is really un-American, but go ahead.
Let's see. Okay. When I was a kid, for the longest time, I loved chocolate milk.
Yeah?
I loved chocolate milk, but till I was about, 7, 8, I had to have it out of a sippy cup.
Really?
Because I was convinced it tasted different.
And what about today?
Oh, I don't like chocolate milk really anymore. But when I was 7, 8, I had to have it out of a sippy cup, or else I was like, it tastes different.
That's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a weird person. It's all right. I've embraced it.
Okay, but now you hate chocolate milk.
I don't hate it. I just don't drink it.
You kind of said you did. You hated it. That and baseball. You also hate apple pie, too.
I love apple pie, actually.
Chevrolet. 7-4 your score. And that'll be the 9th service error.
Wow.
By the time I don't know when our next volleyball game is together, but really dig deep on the next one, okay?
Oh, dig deep.
Yeah, we want something deep.
All right, you got to bring one then, too.
Now that you already like pain by getting hit in the face by a spike. I have no secrets. And the point will go to Cecina. 8-5. Cathedral trying to win their 18th of the year. They have 10 losses, but they played a very, very good schedule. They will be definitely tournament ready. On the run. Defended well there by Wellborn. And this time, Engelmeyer unable to get the attack going, and they trail it by 4.
Yeah. Right now, Cathedral is in complete control of the match. Cecina's got to figure something out through their service pressure and mixing up their offense if they want to have a chance.
Plunkett on the serve. Nice return, and the point, that's Zamaya Slack, who you talked about earlier. She's very good on the outside.
Yes. I would love to see them go to her more. Right there, you can see she only had about one blocker up on her.
Yeah.
Because everybody on Cathedral's side is expecting their outsides to get the ball. Yeah, that middle was a little late.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Indiana Labor's District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LiUNA. 3-point lead. Fighting Irish from behind the attack line, Mackenzie Land. Somehow up front, Moss got a hand on it. Big time swing on the outside by Alexa Green, and the point will go to Cathedral.
Great job there.
Lead at 4.
Moss.
Now, when you get into the state tournament, and let's say Cathedral draws somebody really, really good, are you cutting down on some of these subs? You're going to get a certain amount of players you're going to stick with the entire time?
Most likely, yes.
Lead now at 4. Engelmeyer to the outside, and she'll get another one. She had a big night as well, but kind of quiet here in the last couple of sets. Guilfoy in, and Zamaya Slack coming out.
Got to get some pressure here with this serve.
Fighting Irish. Back to the outside. On the swing that time, Hanchar again. Hanchar, the return. Great play there by Martinelli. The quick push, not fooling anybody there. We got a joust at the net and eventually return to the Fighting Irish. Hanchar again, and nothing you could do on the back row.
And that was, she had no block up on her. And that is because their setters do a phenomenal job. Yeah, just one setter or one blocker who was late. Great job there by Green mixing up her offense. You could see she went to her outside, then her middle, then her right side, back to her outside, which created that opportunity.
That is the 6th service error by Cathedral. And Avery McCoy will be back in to serve now for Cecina. All 3 sets have kind of mirrored each other.
Yes, would agree.
Yeah, Cecina stays close, just can't seem to get over the hump. There's Lewis. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a beautiful kill. If I'm Cecina, I know where she is at all times.
Now, and you're on the receiving side of that, and you see it coming. I'm watching. You really got to stay very low on those, don't you?
Yes, and typically when you are blocking, your middle blocker is responsible for the opponent's middle hitter, and then the outside is responsible for the opponent's right side hitter. And then the right side hitter, they kind of mirror each other and are responsible for the person directly across from them. That's a great block by Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis, her 2nd block of the night.
It's a great block.
Lead back to 5.
But when you're responsible, took some anger out there. She was a little upset there about that last point. When you want to be responsible for the opposing hitter on directly across from you. And when that happens, you want to be able to call out to your blockers next to you where that person you're responsible is coming from so you can communicate better on the block.
Plunkett wanted to get on the scoring sheet as well, and she just had another kill. Her numbers were huge last night, and they're going to be really good when the tournament rolls around. I'm going to be interested to just kind of see how their whole path will go. We might see them again in Columbus.
Yeah.
14-9. And from the middle, the point. Was that Jocelyn Gary?
It was. Only her 2nd kill. Would love to see them get her more involved. They have to establish them.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do is become so predictable with Engelmeyer as well as Wellborn that you know that they're going to be the go-to people, and that's going to hit the back line.
Yeah. No, and back to your point, that's exactly why I say to establish that middle. Because when you do that, it creates the opposing middle blocker to have to hold for a second to make sure that middle blocker is not going to swing. And when they have to hold, it gives Wellborn and it gives Engelmeyer a seam in the block that they can go attack.
Another service error, and by the way, that's number 10. They're down by 4, side out Lewis. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call at 317-894-7000.
Wellborn there just went right over the block. Great heads-up play.
I think I have her for 13. You have to count that out, see if I'm right. Just over the outstretched arms that time of Plunkett and Moss.
And I think I have her for about 12, so we'll say 13.
Big swing by Plunkett, and it hits off the ceiling and ricochets back, and nothing you can do.
That's tough because you're tracking the ball, and you could see Wellborn as well as Martinelli kind of following that ball, and then it hits the ceiling and just redirects to the other side. That's a really tough play.
Very frustrating, I'm sure. The near overpass costing Cecina there. The short set. Great block up front. Moss now to the outside once again as Hanchar is there. Fighting Irish set it up to Hanchar again. Waits for it to come down. Fighting Irish back on the attack again. The back set. Big swing by Plunkett from the right side. Good rally going here. Plunkett again. This time caught a piece of the net but had enough power to go down.
I love that they are running her on that back set. She's in the back row, and they're running her on what's called a D-ball, which is kind of like a pipe out of the middle, but on the right side.
We'll take a timeout. 17-12.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
We may have a bonus secrets by Hannah we learned off the air, so stay tuned for that.
Well, we'll see.
17-12, 5-point lead following the timeout, and we have double hit called against Cecina. Well, it's
four
hits.
hits.
All right, go ahead. I'm so shaken up by this.
Oh, were ya?
You take what and put it on
not
what?
Anymore. Not anymore.
Go ahead, tell us.
All right. I
6-point
used
lead.
to, when I was younger, like 5, maybe 7. We'll say 7 to be generous.
Okay.
I would eat like ham and yogurt together. And I would take the yogurt in the ham, and then I would roll the ham up with the yogurt.
Would you
and
think
eat
the
it.
yogurt was mayonnaise or something?
I don't know. You can ask me when I was 5. I mean, or ask my mom.
But you don't do it now.
Oh no, that's disgusting
You
now.
don't.
But
So between that and chocolate milk and baseball. So you thought yogurt had to have been mayonnaise.
I guess so.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better.
It does. 18-13. The overpass, and is that wide or did it get in? It got in. Thanks once again to Engelmeyer.
Yeah.
Well, we were only discussing that because you were thinking about what you were going to go eat.
Yes.
Afterwards.
Yes.
And like most of the cheapskates we work with, you're not going to take Nick and I with you. It's all right.
Fortunately, my paycheck doesn't allow for that.
Highest. Yeah, that's right. By the way, the highest paid analyst we have.
Gosh. Oh, wow.
How about that? Slide to the right by Moss.
She does so well getting herself in a position to score like that. That slide attack is a very, very difficult footwork to master, and she does it so well. You can just see her elevate off of one foot, pull that knee up, elevate her even more, and just rip the ball.
By the way, tonight's game, if you want someplace to go eat, how about Aspen Creek Grill? Got great food, excellent servers. We like to go there for our football show. Well, service and servers, because it says servers here, so we want to make sure we don't go off script. On the left side is Engelmeyer. Back to the outside, Hanchar, and another return. So Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville, the point will go to Cathedral. We're in the red zone now. I have never gotten I've eaten there once, only because I took our family there, but every time Keith takes us there, he makes us work and he's eating while we're doing it. Like the football show, I'm doing all the work and he's just plowing it down. We appreciate our folks at Aspen Creek Grill. So if you want to go there afterwards, you can go there.
Good.
2014 your lead. And that's going to be wide. Zamiah Slack off that right side. Also want to thank Clean Slate. You can find your future in the cloud. They're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. 866-885-3249 for more information. Lead down to 6. In the lineup now will be Guilfoyle.
Yes,
Just
that was
enough.
Yes, that was a little bit low, but good awareness.
And the ace.
Yeah, you got to have a run if you're Cecina if you want to stay in this match.
Guilfoyle had 3 last night, averaged just for 1 tonight. She had Mackenzie Land back on her heels. You're still down by 5. What a run and start on that one on the left side by Hanchar. Hanchar again, and that's going to be long.
Credit Molly Wellborn there. She had a great dig to keep that play alive, just kind of going off of her body. Went back over the net, but she kept her team in it.
Down to 4. From the middle. Hanchar moving to the inside on that one. And the misplay, and Cathedral give up the point. A couple of rare mistakes here by the Fighting Irish, and their lead is down to 3.
Good job by Cecina staying in it. They've got a lot of grit. Would love to see them continue to push away at this lead.
Well, you mentioned earlier the one thing they really needed was a little bit of a run, and they've got one thanks now to Guilfoy.
Second ace, I believe now?
Yep. Well, you like this. You don't like it as a coach if you're Cathedral, but you'll also want to see our team responds in situations like this.
Absolutely.
Boy, big-time swing, and that one sent out of play. And right now, Hanchar just had one heck of a night from that left side.
Oh, she has. She has dominated up there.
Had her for 10 kills last night. Again, those are unofficial. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have her for 13 tonight. Am I right? Lead back to 3. So she's had a good semifinal and final here for the Fighting Irish. They're going to go back to the hot hand again, but it's blocked up front. Looks like Wellborn, or is going to be number 5,
Mia Miller.
Her second block. Lead down to 2.
And a good job there getting her hands pressed back over the net. You can see she's just eating that up.
Cecina trying to force this into a 4th set. Fighting Irish. And Lewis got just enough of it. Irish look like they've been a little bit out of sync lately as Hanchar again, and that one into the crowd. And boy, great effort there by Wellborn as she ended up running over a couple of chairs.
Yeah, game's on the line. I love the hustle. Get a good look at her there. She looks all right. She is locked in.
9 now by Plunkett. Or take that back, was Hanchar, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, Hanchar has 14,
That's
I believe.
Wild. Especially for a potential 3-set match.
And the ace. You know what she says? I can do it this way, too.
Yeah.
That's her first ace. She has a block and all those kills.
And again, she is only a sophomore.
We have a timeout on the floor, 24-20.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like to volunteer, take part in the Drumstick Dash, which we will be a part of, 317-686-6239. Match point. Wellborn pushes it deep and gets the point. Hoban unable to bring it in.
Yeah, she was trying to extend her whole body there just to try to keep it alive.
14 now by Wellborn. 16 last night. Still match point here for the Fighting Irish. Back to the outside, Plunkett. Had a lot of steam on that one. The overpass and the block up front and the point.
Wow.
Ainsley Brown.
Nice job by Cecina, just hanging in there.
When they took a big shot right here. That's about as good as you're going to get from Plunkett.
Yeah.
Plunkett once again to the outside. Wellborn pushes it to the side and got it. Now
Cecina
15.
Staying in it. Yeah, timeout.
24-23. Amazing way that they have come back to make this one interesting. You got to like that never die attitude, though.
Absolutely.
You got to have it.
Yeah, for sure. However, though, this ball, when it goes over, look for it to go to Plunkett. She has been hot all night. She's in the front row right now. Almost can guarantee on a good pass it will go to her or their middle.
Yeah, look at the concentration on the players' faces, knowing, again, you don't want to give another team any opportunities at all to make it a four-setter, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a battle there and it goes to 5.
Absolutely. This serve is so crucial. Have to have this serve.
Martinelli will be serving.
Get it in.
Got to get it in.
That's what you got to do. Just get it in and then play defense.
10 last night, 10 tonight. And they don't want to end it right here.
Look for it to go to Plunkett, though.
Fighting Irish to the middle, and they went to Lewis instead. Wow. I think I'm like you. I think they were looking at Plunkett on the left side, and they went to Lewis in the middle to finish it off.
Yeah, great play there.
So the Fighting Irish behind the big play tonight of Caroline Hanchar, who had a huge game. Avery Lewis came up big. Riley Plunkett, we talked about the three-headed monster and their ability to put so much pressure on the other team, but Molly Wellborn did everything she could. I think had her for 15. Olivia Engelmeyer had a great night as well. Maybe not as good as she had last night, but that's awful tough to overcome with Cathedral.
Yeah, Cathedral has so many weapons that they can use to just keep you guessing. And when you have that, it is so difficult to stop. Their setters, Mia Stubbs and Alexa Green, do a phenomenal job mixing up their offense, giving their hitters different looks, and just overall running such a tight-knit team.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen the schedule of these two teams, but we're pretty much down to the end of the year, and I think both these teams are ready for the tournament.
Would agree with you completely. Cathedral looks like they are peaking at just the right time.
And it'll be fun to watch them as they go throughout the tournament. We will certainly keep an eye on how things transpire the remainder of this volleyball season. I think our next time probably isn't until semi-state.
Probably.
I think you go to Martinsville and I go to Columbus East.
I believe so.
Yeah, so we'll have 2 semi-states here on IndianaSRN, which will be a lot of fun. Hannah, thank you very much. As always, we'll see you next time. There is the championship trophy presented to the Fighting Irish of Cathedral. Want to thank our sponsors of tonight's broadcast. They do include Reynolds Farm Equipment, along with Passion to Care, Boilermaker Local 374, Wheeler Mission, Burtner Electric, the Morales Group, McGinley Wrights Financial, the Indiana Labor's District Council, and the IndianaSRN Sports Page. Great job by our crew tonight. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time here on IndianaSRN.